If you're watching on YouTube and you can see my fit currently, seeing the two teams that I'm repping, you can tell I'm probably not in a great mood tonight. The New York Yankees get shut out. The Baltimore Orioles shut out for the fifth time in 30 games this season. Offense is very hit or miss. And then the Los Angeles Lakers have once again been knocked out of the playoffs by the Denver Nuggets. While I can't be too mad at the Yankees, they did score 35 runs over the weekend, and I was at the game on Saturday, so that's why there was no video yesterday. As you know, I didn't watch a ton of ball this weekend. I was out and about. I even missed the Lakers one win on Saturday night, so maybe I just shouldn't watch their games. Because let's just get in. Welcome to Layup Lines, NBA betting recap show here on the Bandwagon Sports YouTube channel. If you enjoy talking basketball on a close to daily basis, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of that here. Los Angeles Lakers, they lose 108-106 to the Denver Nuggets. They are once again eliminated in 5 games here to Denver, and it was like the same just game played out every time, and I'm honestly glad I don't have to watch it anymore. LeBron, Anthony Davis, they play well. LeBron here with 30 points, leads the way, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, almost triple-double, 17 and 15 for Davis. Rui Hachimura actually had a pretty good game for once, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 from beyond the arc. But it's just they can't stop the Nuggets. They can't stop the Nuggets down the stretch. Jamal Murray once again. It was literally last Monday all over again. Jamal Murray hits a game winner. This time not at the buzzer with 4 seconds left. Knocks out the Lakers. They're out of timeouts because they used it to their last timeout to challenge a call with like 3 minutes left in the game. That was, a successful challenge. It's so frustrating, dude. Like, I legitimately do not know what the Lakers can do to beat the Nuggets, what they can do differently. Like, they don't get rebounds, they don't get stops at the end when it matters, and it's literally just the same game that replays every time over and over again. So let's go through here. 26 points from Michael Porter Jr., 5-7 from 3. He had a big rebound late, too, kicking it out to Murray. 25 from Jokic. Sorry, I'm, scrolling back and forth here for some reason. It's, did not resize the box score here. I'm just trying to read it real quick. Jokic can get his. They can never stop Jokic. That's fine. It's one thing if you can't stop Jokic. He's the best player in the NBA. I'm not that. So be it. That happens. But just Jamal Murray, once again, 32 points from him, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, 7 assists. He just dots up the Lakers. He was driving to the basket. They did not stop him ever. Every time. He just got to the basket and he scored. He hit big threes. They need better defending guards. I don't know, the Lakers, they want to go get Trae Young in the offseason. He can't play defense for anything. LeBron, great game from him. He's getting older. I just really don't know what the direction is of this Lakers team. Can't beat the Nuggets. Like I mentioned, they did win. They did win the game on Saturday. The one time they actually had the lead at halftime. I think they had the lead at halftime literally every game this series. And then of course, the one game I don't watch where they had the lead at halftime, they pulled the rest away. Anthony Davis had a really good game then too on Saturday. 25 points, 23 rebounds. LeBron had 30 points. Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell both with 21 points. That's really just kind of what it is. Big role players. Rui had a good game tonight, but really outside of that, the rest of the series he'd been unnoticeable. D'Lo, game 3, D'Lo goes 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. Just literally did not score. He's supposed to be your third option. He didn't score. And Reeves. Do we really want to rely on undrafted Austin Reeves to be our third best player? I'm just so frustrated. I'm sorry. This is probably, I don't know, maybe this is more entertaining. I'm just freaking ranting. It's not as informative. Just me, as a Lakers fan, being frustrated. And why, so this point, I barely watch the regular season games. One, just, I have so much going on in my life that, the games are late. But then, two, playoffs here, I'm just trying to get reinvested in literally every game with the same. They had the lead in the first half. They looked good. And then the second half, they just stopped playing. They stopped getting stops. They stopped running offense. I was so defeated. I didn't make a video Friday. One, just tired, like I said, doing all sorts of stuff, and then the game was the same. Nuggets won game 3, 112-105. Aaron Gordon had a huge game that game, 29 points, 15 rebounds. Like I mentioned, D'Angelo Russell non-existent. So, just the Lakers just don't play a full 48 minutes because they don't have enough guys because their role players just don't show up some games. You can't rely on LeBron James at his age. Who knows? He might not even be on the team anymore for some reason. If he doesn't pick up his player option, I highly doubt it. But I don't know. Lakers need more. They need better defending. Really, that's their biggest thing. I don't think getting another ball-dominant guard and Trae Young would help this. They need more defenders. They thought Alex Caruso grew on trees. Him, role players like KCP who could shoot the ball. Now he's killing the Lakers in Denver. Just so many just poor moves here by the Lakers, and they're not going to go anywhere under this regime. So obviously, Anthony Davis can stick around. Hope LeBron sticks around, but just there needs to be a major just overhaul of this roster. You can blame it on Darvin Ham if you want to be the scapegoat. I don't really think he's a great coach, but I don't really think just firing the coach is gonna fix things here. I think it's gonna take a lot more change than that. Then we're gonna move on. Another team that won here, advancing in the West. The Oklahoma City Thunder. They just outmatched New Orleans this series. They sweep them 4-0, winning game tonight 97-89. This is really making me mad that these box scores are not formatted correctly. But once again, it was just this really wasn't a great offensive series from the Thunder in my opinion, but it was horrible from New Orleans. Jalen Williams, actually a really good game for him with 24 points, 8 rebounds. Shea, obviously, he's going to get his 24 points for him as well in this one. Also, 10 rebounds for Shea, so he was putting in some work. But really, what I have written down here, since this box score is pissing me off, really not great shooting, but good defensive effort. Lou Dort was a really good defender in this series as a whole. He had C.J. McCollum and Brandon Ingram just locked up. Neither of them really shot the ball well at all. C.J. shot the ball poorly. Brandon Ingram, he's still not fully healthy. He was about average in this series, which makes sense when you're not fully healthy. Let's see, tonight he only had 8 points. Yeah, tonight was a bad game. I was looking at what I had written down for game 2 there. Tonight, bad game. Only 8 points for him. Who led the way for New Orleans? I'm just going to go full screen here. Herb Jones with 11, 19 from Valanciunas. Valanciunas actually did have a good series. 19 points, 13 rebounds. He seemed to have a double-double every game. 20 points from McCollum tonight. This is probably the one game he shot the ball decent. 9 of 16, but 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. He needs to be hitting at a way more efficient clip than that. Once Zion was gone, I just kind of knew Pelicans were outmatched. Really didn't stand a chance this one. So I think it's going to be fun. OKC, they also do have the benefit. They're the one team. They got rest a little bit here. Denver, they already know they're facing Minnesota. That's a crazy one. I guess I'll touch on that really quick. Minnesota, they sweep Phoenix. Before the series, I had Phoenix in 6. Then the last video I made, I switched, Minnesota in 6, thinking, Phoenix is at least going to put up a fight. Bradley Beal said, I've never been swept before in my career. I'm going to go down fighting. His ass did not go down fighting, bro. Anthony Edwards is him, bro. He might be Jordan's son, the way just his manners and the way he plays. I think he really cemented himself as the best shooting guard in the league in that series. I'll touch more on the Timberwolves and Nuggets. I'm gonna do predictions here pretty shortly, probably later in the week. I think I heard tonight they're saying that game 1 between Denver and Minnesota is going to start on Saturday. So that series is gonna get going here pretty quick. But the Thunder, like I said, they've advanced. They got a sweep. They are going to have some rest because the one series that they're still going on, Clippers Mavericks, they're tied 2-2. Those were great games. I'll touch on those later in the week. But Saturday was a blowout. Tonight was at least kind of close. Saturday, Thunder blew them out, 106-85. They never trailed after the second quarter. They shot lights out. That was a really good shooting from 47 points, 47% from beyond the arc. Jalen Williams with 21 points, including 3 or 4 from beyond the arc. Shea obviously got his 24 points, and then 21 points from Giddey as well. And like I mentioned, poor shooting from McCollum on game 3 as well, and just really kind of the series as a whole. I'll give OKC credit, like I said, really good defensive. We'll see what they can do. Can they shut down Luka? Can they shut down a Harden like Lou Dort? Hopefully, can keep it up. Obviously a little bit higher level players than McCollum for sure and Brandon Ingram, but Thunder, for a young team, they're led by Coach of the Year Mark Deneau or Daniel. I don't know. I'm not French. I don't know how to say that. So they're looking good. They get a sweep here. Like I said, feel bad for the Pelicans. Zion finally has a good year, plays 70 games, 70 to 82 games, and then gets knocked out of the game in the play-in, a game that they honestly could have beat. Honestly, I kind of wish they did. Like, the Lakers got just dog-walked by Denver. I mean, honestly, the way they played, I don't really think they would have beat Oklahoma City anymore. Like, before the playoffs, I was hoping they'd draw Oklahoma City. Thought they could beat them, but the way they played, I don't think they would have beat them. So, OKC, young team. Let's see how they fare in the next round, but they make quick work of the Pelicans here, sweeping them. Then we bounce over to the East. The one other game that happened today, first game of the day, Boston Celtics. They knock off the Miami Heat 102-88, and it was DaRock White who had one heck of a game for Boston. 38 points, 8 3-pointers from beyond the arc, or 8 threes, 8 of 15 from beyond the arc. I mean, when you have guys like DaRock White hooping on you, Miami has no chance here without Jimmy Butler. Jason Tatum, obviously, he gets his 20 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Good night for him. Jaylen Brown, 17 points for him as well. Off the bench, Al Horford played a lot of minutes, 7 points, 8 rebounds, playing some good D. Bam still had a good game. I'll give him that. Bam, 25 points, 13 rebounds. Good game for him. Tyler Hero with 19 points, but only 2 6 from beyond the arc. But a lot better than his game on what would that have been, Saturday? I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest, guys. A lot of the games Saturday I did not watch. I actually was at the Yankees-Brewers game on Saturday. I'll touch on some baseball at the end of the show here. No, it is Caleb. I'm tripping. He had 18 points as well. So, I mean, it's just like no Jimmy Butler. I didn't really give the Heat much of a chance. Like I said, Boston never trailed in this game after the first quarter. Same thing. I mean, they didn't trail at all on Saturday's win, 108-84. So I mean, similar thing. Like, Miami's just not scoring the ball. Like I said, they shot lights out. It was a franchise record 23 threes to win that game too. And I literally said they're not gonna be able to keep that up. Like, Boston will be fine. That sure is what happened. I mean, only 32% from beyond the arc on Saturday. Like I said, Boston never trailed. Brown and Tatum with 22 points each on that game. Tatum also had 11 rebounds. He's been feasting on the glass a little bit. Kristaps Porzingis, 18 points for him, and DaRock White, 16 points for him as well. Not as crazy as his game tonight, but I mean, yeah, when you get freaking DaRock White to be hooping like that on top of Porzingis and Tatum and Brown, the big members for the Celtics, that's gonna be tough to beat. Bam had a good game on Saturday. Sorry, I keep forgetting that game was Saturday. 20 points, 9 rebounds. But yeah, like I said, Hero, 15 points, but only shot 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Hawkes had a bad shooting game these past 2 games. So, I like I said Boston in 5 after that game when they lost game 2 at home, just because I don't think Miami's shooting was capable of keeping up. And I would say I was proven correctly. So I'm sticking with that. I'm going Celtics in 5. So let's bounce here to Tuesday's games. We got 3 games on the docket. All Eastern Conference games. Like I mentioned, 3 of the 4 series out west are already done, and then the other East series played tonight. That Clippers-Mavericks game will be on Wednesday. I'll preview that tomorrow. But first, at 7 Eastern on TNT, we have the Knicks heading back home. However, you could argue the crowd was definitely a home crowd for them on Sunday. They're taking on the 76ers. Like I said, 7 Eastern on TNT. The Knicks are up 3-1 in the series. They're 4.5-point favorites. I think they close it out. Jalen Brunson just been absolutely hooping. Josh Hart has been an absolute grinder this series. Like, not scoring a bunch, but playing a bunch of minutes, playing defense, grabbing boards. And, I mean, outside of Embiid and Maxey, just like there's nothing really else there for the Sixers. I mean, similar to like the Lakers, I think this kind of iteration of the Sixers has run out. What I call the process of failure, no, not yet. Like, Embiid's not going to leave, obviously, but like, they need to rework the team. Like, Tobias Harris is gone. He's a bum now. They really kept him over Jimmy Butler. Like, at the time, that wasn't great. Now that's looking absolutely horrible. So, I think Knicks close it out tomorrow. They cover that 4.5. Give me the Knicks to win there. And then at 8 Eastern, the series still relegated NBA TV. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 4.5-point favorites at home against the Orlando Magic. That series is tied 2-2. And honestly, I'm going with the underdog in this one. I'm going to Orlando. They did not have a great first 2 games, but, they stepped it up at home. Guys like Franz Wagner have been hitting some shots. Paulo Banchero's, their good young player. Jalen Suggs has been playing better too. I'm sorry, I just tried to say like 3 different teams. Cleveland has not scored over 90 points in any game this series. Like even the games they won, they were not scoring the ball well. Orlando was scoring it worse, and Cleveland was playing some defense. But I think the tides are kind of turning here a little bit. I'm going to take the Magic to take Game 5 here on the road and be sitting pretty, go up 3-2, heading back home. And then we close off the night, 9:30 Eastern on TNT. The Pacers are actually 3.5-point favorites at Milwaukee. Pacers are up 3-1 in this series. No Giannis, likely tomorrow still, and once again, probably no Dame. However, while Miles Turner had a great game, he's been nuclear from beyond the arc. That game Friday, the Bucks very easily could have won. Grand Dame did play in that one, but Tyrese Halliburton, big shot there to win it in overtime. Bobby Portis also got ejected from Sunday's game very early. I don't think that's going to happen again. While Milwaukee's definitely severely undermanned, I would say, if those 2 guys can't go, I think they're cooked. They're not winning this series. But I'm once again going the underdog. I think they at least defend home court. I think they don't, they just can't roll over. Milwaukee's another team. They've invested too much. They fired their coach. They traded for Dame. You can't just roll over. They need to have a good showing here. Guys Brook Lopez needs to step up. Bobby Portis, like I said, cannot get tossed from the game immediately. He needs to be there. So I think Milwaukee, they can get it together for at least maybe one more game. So I'm going to take them to cover that 3.5 and win as well at home. So that's going to wrap it up for today's NBA picks. I'm just going to give you guys a quick little life update here. If I'm being honest, my other job, I do work in baseball, and the team I work for, their season is starting this weekend. So things are kind of get a little bit more sporadic here. Things have been ramping up already. That's why, like I said, originally I wanted to do a big video on Friday. Didn't get a chance to. I am going to do that video tomorrow, though, kind of talking some hockey. However, here, hockey, there's 4 games on tomorrow, and all 4 of those series are 3-1. So we could have, just about wrapped up. The whole Eastern Conference could be wrapped up tomorrow because the Rangers already swept the Capitals. Who else going? The Panthers knocked off the Lightning in 5 games tonight. I do want to talk about those series. I do love watching hockey. Literally every night here, I'm watching NBA. I'm watching NHL. I haven't watched as much MLB outside the Yankees. Like I said, I did go to the game this past weekend. I want to talk some more baseball. It will be coming back soon, so don't you guys worry. So yeah, just drop down below in the comments, your thoughts, your picks, what you guys want me to talk about. Like I said, I'm always watching ball. If you love watching ball, talking ball is play for you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, rate 5 stars if you are watching on or listening on Spotify. Any support's really greatly appreciated. Like I said, I want to keep pumping these videos out, even if I'm sporadic, because right now, while I would love to kind of do the sports media thing, talk ball, have that be my job full time. Right now, I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it, and I got another job, but I'm gonna try to do both as much as I can. So I really appreciate you guys watching, supporting me, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.